Well, hello and welcome everybody to part 15 of my Empire Total War Greek campaign. Continuing on, we've ended turn since the last part, and I am bankrupt. You can see I'm going to be losing 3,944 gold. This is because the Ottomans have blockaded me here at my main trading post with this ship, and also they're cutting off my supplies here with this fleet. And that's really going to threaten trade for me in the area. So I divided up my fleets, which I have here, into two. As you can see, this one has got the LES, which is now, you can see the massive amount of experience on it. It's veterancy level 9 there, and the other ship's coming along nicely as well. There's the Athena here as well. I've got my 2 second rates there, third rate, and this ship, which I think equates to a third rate roughly. Yeah, it's got the same number of guns as a third rate, but it's got far more men. But that's pretty much another third rate. Obviously it's the first rate, the LES. Then here I've used my newly captured Dutch fleet, a fleet even, along with the 5th rate Admiral's flagship 5th rate that I captured as well, to make a secondary fleet which should be able to punch a hole against the Ottoman fleet here, which is mainly galleys and an Admiral's flagship, but also give them protection because it's going to be my trade fleet, because these ships are basically the Dutch equivalent of galleons. So I'm going to move this fleet along here to challenge the Ottoman fleet next turn, hopefully, and with this fleet I'm going to liberate my port here. Obviously no need to worry about losing this, just going to auto-resolve it, and I capture the ship as well. Another sloop, and that was very easy to do. Okay, so my income's coming back in. So I think some of my trade's still being disrupted. From the Wrath Confederacy, from France and Great Britain is being disrupted, but I'm no longer going to be bankrupt next turn. I will get some funds into it. I'm no longer going in the red, which is good. I'm going to use this fleet actually to start attacking the Ottoman ports and scout them out, but I'm also going to my 2 agents, my rakes. I was going to drop my rakes off, but they've dropped off here. That's cool. I'll bring them by the land route. That's fine. Why are they going that long way around? They can go across here. Oh, and laggedy lag, 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 lag. Thank you, Empire's campaign map. No, we'll just bring the rakes over there, and then move them across from there. Oh, you have to put them inside Istanbul first to get them across. That's right. Meanwhile, the Ottomans have split their forces that they had gathering here against me, taking Anatolia, into 3 armies of pretty much equal size. You've got one army down here in the south, and they've been raiding my farmlands. I don't have the funds to repair them yet. So they've raided down there, in the west as well, so south there, and in sort of the northeast up here they've got another army, brought organ guns as well, so he's going to do devastating amounts of damage. All 2 of the armies got organ guns, the others have got howitzers. Now my army here is pretty well, they haven't taken too much damage, so they can cope with the enemy. But really, I can't afford to take one army out because I won't be able to get them, march them back in time to face the next army. So most likely this army with its camels will probably move on Istanbul. I'm hoping this army along with this will link up and make an assault on Anatolia, which I can defend. This, I'm not too worried if they do go for Istanbul. I've got some infantry there. They've mainly got cavalry. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Some naval ships in there. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think I should move out of my settlement first. I think I should wait for them to come to me, and I'll deal with them as they do. Also, I'm now at war with the Mamelukes, which hold these territories here, or rather just Baghdad. Just Baghdad, actually, I believe. They're allied to the Ottomans, and they've now declared war on me. So all they hold is Baghdad. So in the long run, not too much of a problem. Short term, maybe they'll send an army against me, but to be fair, they're not much of a threat. They're quite a way back in territory there, behind enemy lines. They're always there. Rest of you is happy with me. I've still got my forces up here, which I'm keeping these borders fairly well maintained. I know I could probably divert some of these troops to the eastern front, but I'm going to keep them there because if the Austrians do decide to attack, or if there is an an Ottoman threat even from Moldova, I can quickly switch some of these troops and form a secondary army up here. Because at some point I am going to have to face the Austrian threat. That is. And I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna imminent bankruptcy. No, I shouldn't be. Should be alright. I'm going to record this turn part because I want to see actually how long they do take, because there is a fair amount that goes on, and it is useful to see for you guys, and it is obviously part of the campaign. And generally I get to focus on what's going on as well a little bit more. But obviously if I decide to cut some of these end turns out later on, as I have been doing previously, but these might have speeded up a little bit now that we've had some factions being defeated a bit and things are shaping up. They may not be too horrifically long. But maybe that's something you guys can comment in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to keep the end turns in now, as long as they're not too long, or would you like me to just return and to cutting them out. And as we've seen there, Austria has once again declared war on me. I'm hoping Russia will come in the war with me. Yes, they will. Good times. They've got a large fleet there. I'm going to need to defeat that with my fleet. So, in fact, I'm going to pull my fleet back from moving on the Ottomans. And oh no, they've landed their army there. Whoa. We can intercept these guys, and we're going to auto-resolve it though. And that's that army defeated. So yes, as predicted, or well, not predicted, but we're ready for the Austrian attack. They have now. They've not been at war with us for probably 4 or 5 turns, I think. So they've had enough time to regather their forces. Oh, France, they're making a move. The Dutch even making a move. Interesting. So yeah, the Austrians have now built their strength a little bit, and will now march on me. But the Russians, my allies this time, have decided to join the war as well. And I believe Austria's at war with Prussia. I'm hoping they're at war with Prussia, because that would really help me out. Here comes the Ottomans, some more armies. Sorry, I'm yawning too much. Sleepy. So blockade my good port again. Oh, damn it. I really should. We can't actually take the port, but they can still blockade it, I think. Stop stuff getting in there, damn it. Ah, here we go, yep, so they're moving up their armies here, which is good, because I can now quickly jump out with my forces and attack them individually. And still be able to get my men back inside the city. So that's all good. Yeah, this end turn's taken quite a while, but you've seen some significant developments, like the attack of Austria, or seeing how the Russians are shaping up. They're fighting Sweden though, so they're busy there, to be fair. Spain, the great empire that it is, moving up to France. I'm hoping that the Russians will be able to distract the Austrians quite a bit, so I don't have to worry too much there. That would be good. Okay, so we've got some raids going on. Let's take a look. So more raids soon on all my territories here. Are those farmlands there? A new town emerges, Larissa. Cool. Probably build craft workshops. Give myself some more cash. Traits gained. I've got a mistress and a good defender. Okay. Seed planting drill. Okay. Blockaded. That's that one there. Trait gained for my gentleman over here. Rustic sir. Trade agreement cancelled with Austria. Damn, that's going to cost me some. Mines are. My mines are finished being built over here, upgraded even, which is good. How much money am I in the red with? Just them, and because I've lost all of this trade. Total income from exports, and I've lost my trade with Austria, so okay, I need to take some territories then, in which case can't replenish any of my troops. This navy though is going to die. I'm going to kill them there, and then I'm going to start hunting down these ships, the Austrian ships. Wait, and my income's back for next turn. Trade is back. There's my total income's gone up, jumped up again. That's all good. Boom. Yes, my lord. Okay, so here actually, I could challenge their navies up here, which are mainly seem like really crappy ones. To be fair, they are pretty bad. That's a second rate there. That's the only decent ship. They have landed quite a sizable army here. In fact, don't know why. But I'm going to sail my fleet up here and start attacking their navies up here and blockading their ports. That's their Ottoman ships along here, which they're no longer pillaging my trade lanes, I don't believe, but they would be a threat, so I'm going to take them out. And just auto-resolve this one. Victory, awesome. Galley, add to my ranks. Oh, it's not been completely annihilated, they've fled round there. What is it? It's the Admiral's 5th rate. That's still going to be a pain. I'll get it with my other fleet, it's fine. Although these ones really should be replenished, so actually I probably will bring them back, at least to Malta. Replenish them and then send them out on my trade mission. I could probably, if I could, recruit some more trade ships for them, but can't at the moment. Okay, right, it's time to go for some land battle time. Fighting styley. Yeah. Got 3 armies all lined up nicely here. And go get my rakes into Istanbul. From there they can cross over, which is good.
Yes, sir. Watching and listening.
Okay. Right, so which army to go for first, really? Probably go for the closest one, which is this one, and then retreat back. So I'm going to take all of my forces. I think, anyway. I can afford to do that. Maybe we'll leave some behind, actually. We'll take the Janissaries, and we'll take Kitos Stratos, and we'll take 4 of my men. We'll take the more veteran ones, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Kitos Stratos, so we'll leave those 3 behind.
Waiting for your orders. Your humble servant.
Okay, awesome.
Push him aside.
Fight this army. I've got my reinforcements obviously from my city there anyway, so I'll just fight the battle. This should be a good one. For God's sake, be sure you do not risk the cannon. God damn it, sir. If you don't know what I'm reading a little quote down here at the bottom, not just randomly spilling out waffle. But why not? Why not?
Where the enemy are concentrated, prepare a defense.
Study their lines. I shall indeed. They've got the height advantage. So I'm going to have to hit them with my cannon and try and get them to come to me. Luckily I does have some cannon. And this is a good spot over here my cavalry have found. If I can unlimber them. Should be good to just use straight away there. And the other 2 units of artillery are my... Oh, I've only got 1 other unit. No, 2. Thought I did. Are my howitzers, which can stay behind my lines anyway. Let's take a look at the range. Court range is massive. That's good. Some explosive shots, some round shots, and then we need to organise my troops. So Janissaries are going to be one of their Oh, bugger. Replace them. Howitzers there. Okay, right now let's reform the Janissaries. I'll form them sort of just about 3 ranks deep, and then my line infantry. The Janissaries better go. Protect my right flank with my cannon, and then these guys. My line infantry. Go, general, back here. Cavalry. They can hold up my left flank. And my Toquitos Stratos, I'm going to call them, are going to hold my right. And start the battle.
Artillery is able to target an area around whether
Get my
or not
artillery to
enemy troops
hit the camel
occupy it.
nomads,
In this way, it can deny areas of the battlefield to the enemy.
along with my howitzers. Ah, and here come the organ guns. Wow, that hit my cavalry, that wasn't good. That absolutely chewed them up. Okay, those guns are a priority. Where the hell are they? Up here, organ guns. Okay, gonna get my cavalry to engage against theirs. Or rather flank them. Oh, what have we got here? Whoa, what was that? Okay, they're free. Cavalry's free on the left to attack their organ guns. Their cavalry making pushes along my centre line, being pushed back quite effectively. My cannon gets focused on their organ guns here. They are shredding through my lines. Whoa, General's bodyguard. Shredded my cavalry there. Yeah, one of my cabs already broken. Just probably got hit by another volley from the organ gun here, but my cav over here has charged in, and they will soon dispatch this organ gun. They can flank around, take out the next one. My cannon over on my flank here is focusing on them, and I'm now getting my howitzers too. Along my main lines, I've got janissaries coming up from the enemy. Start flanking around my troops against them. My line infantry against theirs. Doing a good job whittling them down. Whoa, Janissaries here took quite a pounding. Flanking up there. My cavalry's now dealt with that organ gun, so I'm going to flank around the back to the next one. Push back the Janissaries here, and I'm marching up with mine to face them. My general, I think, is still alive. Yes, he is. Good times. So we're circling the enemy down here, and my cavalry is now going to charge in against the organ gun remaining here, and the other one's being what's howitzer even here, retargeted. So watch this charge coming in. Process of reloading, my cavalry can happily charge them. Now going to get my cannon to retarget here, so not to hit my cavalry too much. My cavalry have taken a pounding here from the organ guns. Then, as you guys well know, my cavalry don't tend to last too long. Get my cavalry chase off the remainder of troops, the remaining troops here, and I'm going to push on my line infantry here, and my janissaries are going to push up here. And I'm now going to get this cannon to cease fire. Howitzer though can still fire on these troops. I'm going to let them do that because I'm not worrying too much about them. Cavalry up here, struggling a bit to dispatch these Kurdish hillmen. So I'm going to pull them back. Meanwhile, the cav try and support them. That's pretty good, these guys. Both of my cavalry units here now. Pin them with one and charge them with the other. The rest of my line units moving up against these units in the hills here. charging them with my cavalry, pinning them with this unit, and now going to flank them with this one, so this charge now should work quite nicely. There we go, they should now be routed pretty easily. Which I'm going to bring them right up like so, flanking them. Unit in the tree line, pushing up against them, and I'm now going to tell my howitzers to ceasefire as well, so not to catch my own men. Bring up my general. Just a bit of inspiration going on there. My cavalry taking heavy losses but slowly whittling away at the hillmen here. Both of my cavalry routing, but
Running,
they rout
fighting,
first.
and doing other strenuous activities tires your troops, reducing their effectiveness
So obviously my
and
cavalry
morale.
will
Have them
need
stand.
rebuilding, reforming. Ah, here we go. Got the Tartars here. Cavalry. They'll be taken by the mounted gunners, or mounted archers even. And enemy generals down. Took a volley from my line infantry. Quite easily dispatch them. And the Ottoman forces are routed. And we're going to end the battle there. A heroic victory, apparently. Cunning of the fox is as murderous as the violence of the wolf. Lovely. So I lost 353. Not too bad, I guess. Probably could have done with losing less. Mainly my cavalry that got annihilated. So that's that army pushback. I will need to finish them off at some point. Taking my funds. Probably could challenge this army here. That's mainly cavalry. But I don't want to run out of movement points trying to get to that one and then being pushed back. Mainly again, cavalry shouldn't be too hard to defeat. In fact, I'm gonna have a go at it. But I'm just gonna auto resolve this one, which is a victory for my guys, which pushes them back.
Forward!
And now I'm not gonna get back in time. Annoyingly, that is annoying.
The rake is no gentleman, despite appearances in some cases.
So my 3 units are going to have to hold off against these guys here at Anatolia until my army can get back. Okay. We managed to push back those 2 assaults and we can pick them off with an army shortly. The rake
You
should be
can
coming
move
over
your
soon.
rake back.
Shush, woman. I think besides that I'm pretty much done. So once again I am going to end turn. And again show you this one, and from now on you guys can make your minds up whether you like seeing them or whether you don't want to see them. The end turn phases even, and I'll just continue to cut them out until they get to a point where they're so quick, because there's only so many nations left through, like in my Shogun campaign where there's only about 8 nations left, 8 factions, but then Shogun's end turn phases go a lot faster than Empires anyway. Crimean Khanate there, moving some ships around. Austria of course, yep. That could be. Oh, they've just taken Italy, have they? Central Italy? Or Rome? Yeah. That'd be good actually, because they could take Rome. Be a good point to launch attacks into the sort of the Mediterranean, sort of the coasts of France and Spain from. Good power base. And into even sort of northern Italy as well. Prussia and Austria. That might be worth looking at. I also remember someone said I should bugger it. Would they stop besieging my ports? Oh crapola. I am going to fight this battle because I don't think the AI will do its best here. Hoping I will be able to. Because it all relies on their infantry, which they don't have too many of. But yeah, I remember someone suggesting that to get a place in India I should just offer some territory or something. Or lots of money and technology. I might have a go at that, but it depends how long this battle takes, because it's probably going to be a long part, at least 30 minutes or so. Okay, oh, it's open battlefield, not actually in the city of Constantinople. It's not in Constantinople, or whether this city doesn't have any forts. It's not Constantinople, it's Anatolia. What am I saying? I would get in some buildings, but they've got cannon, so I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna have to hope that my men are going to be better disciplined, and that'll work. Ah, so it's a war up against, okay. The cavalry company, my guys can form a spear wall here, because they're armed citizenry. I have pikes. Get my guys running into position. Their cavalry here, and they've got their cannons, their howitzers. Oh, this looks like it's going to hurt. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that was painful. And we've got more howitzers here. Probably use these walls for defence, actually. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait for the camel raiders to come up. I will form up on this wall. No, I won't. I'm going to form square. Oh, but armed citizens are actually just pikemen. But they'll take heavy losses here. Quite effective, actually. So we've got more camel raiders coming up against volleys and get my men here. First units were routed. Their cavalry's been pushed back a bit. That's when their line infantry's come at me. Got Janissary musketeers. Oh, and these guys just managed to break. Just managed to make them break just before their charge reaches my line infantry. Close. My flank's protected by the two squares, pikes I've got here with the cavalry, which is good. It's holding off any advance on my right flank. So I'm going to face the Janissaries now. But I'm now facing these melee troops. Leave my men in square, just try and hold them off for a bit. So just to hold their formation. If at all possible. I'm going to move these line infantry around a bit. Just going to wait for these camels to come up, camel raiders. Square. Might be losing this one. I think it's time to split up square here and attack the Tartars here. These guys are holding on just about, but not very well. Let's see how they go here. They don't actually use their spears, they use their swords. Janissary's moving up against my men now and taking some losses now. Camel raiders are flanking me, they've shattered their bit. Volley off against them. Get a second volley. Yes, we can. We can get a third volley. Yes, we can, which stops their charge there. I'm actually going to charge these janissaries here. My line infantry. Before they get a chance to surround me a bit. I'm trying to hold them off on my right flank, but it seems like a bit of a lost cause right now. Form these guys properly into 3 ranks. Try and push the janissaries back. This is a make or break moment. Hold. Ah, my general's gone down. Guys firing support into the janissaries. My foot unit here. I'm against lots of melee troops, which are obviously a lot better at melee. And I'm now going to be charged by these Tartars, which is going to probably finish off my unit here. Yeah, it's caused them to break. And I'm fighting flanked here. All in the melee mode. It's not been good enough. And I'm having to pull back. That's my own fault for leaving my city too weakly undefended. Too few men to properly defend it, but I have done given them some serious losses, so I should be able to take that next turn, and I will reclaim that before I end this part. But that should be a simple auto-resolve probably. Consolidation of my forces, bringing more troops in. Had I not had my trade routes raided, I would have had more funds to put into some more troops for the region, but I haven't been able to. Once again, always playing this game of naval weakness.
There are not enough funds left in your
Not
treasury.
enough funds, I thought so, yes. Army that before I read any of these messages, I'm
When
going to go in
attacking
with
a
this
fort
army,
or city, a
and I'm
general can
going to
demand
demand their
that the
surrender,
defenders surrender with the honours of
and that
war.
means they've surrendered.
If
I'd rather not
accepted,
fight
They
and
will be
lose
allowed to leave
any more men.
unmolested, turning the fortifications over without a shot being fired.
See if I can assassinate the other agent. My ports were blockaded, which is why I got a little income. But I now have this unit here.
Stealth is my shield. My skills don't include flying. Impossible mission, sir.
Sort of glitch there. Let's
Clicking
assassinate.
on the assassinate button means your agent will attempt to kill another
Oh,
agent
okay.
upon arrival at his destination.
Isn't that nice?
How can
Okay, so we're going to go in
Use
here
this
and
panel
try
to select
and
the action you wish your agent.
sabotage
Clicking
the
on
army a
the
bit,
infiltrate button means your agent will begin spying upon.
just to weaken them.
what do you require?
So we can see what's going on there. They've got not many men, despite the army seeming pretty large. But I really need some money
Planning
so
your
I can
construction needs
shush
is
woman, so I can rebuild these territories here. Lots of these are going to cost a lot to repair. Yeah, so we need some massive funds, and the Ottomans are going to be unrelenting in their continued attacks against me. Italian states destroyed. Yeah, that was the Austrians that decided to take that, and I've got to bring my fleet back here to deal with these ships.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Go. My Elias might just be able to, no, but I'll use it on its own. There, that's fine.
Ships, orders received.
I'm not going to put my fleet in there, actually. I'm going to keep them just out. So, more income coming in next turn, that's good. This fleet can be used against the against these guys. Second rate, I don't want to put up my trade fleet up against them. That's too dangerous. But I will bring them back to port here
Come to it and look lively.
to be replenished at a later point. Elias can finish off this ship and then regroup with the main fleet.
Ship shape and dress to fashion, Captain.
Okay, so for now, I think I'm going to end
This
turn.
panel is used to research
My-
new technology.
I've got 2 universities there which are both being attacked. One's learning that irrigation. Actually, we're going to learn selective breeding, so we can get that. So we can get greater states next. But as always, I hope you enjoy this part. Please do comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know about end turn phases. Do you want them being seen from now on, or continue with my normal stance, or don't show them at the moment because they're too long? Comments as always, tactics, things like that. Hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you guys again.